Yes. So in my last two demonstration classes, we have come up with introduction to RDBMS, introduction to SQL Server, and yesterday we understood through an architecture what is called client-server technology, right? And connecting with this client-server technology, here we found the different topics that are introduced in SQL Server for our course content. And after that, we have seen our first topic. You want to see the topics of SQL Server? It was that we have discussed this part. File. Here, topics of SQL Server. In these topics, you can see here, SQL is first part. T-SQL is second part. T-SQL is related with coding. Coding. The SQL and T-SQL together you call backend. And T-SQL deals with programming. Programming में three parts we have. Three parts. Anonymous block, stored block, and CLR integration. And SQL part में two things are there. Sub-languages and SQL objects. Yesterday I took introduction of SQL. In that introduction of SQL, in that introduction part of SQL, I covered all these points. Definition of SQL, history of SQL, whose product is SQL, and who are using it, who are making changes in it, why it is called common database language, why it is called non-procedure. These all points I listed towards introduction of SQL. And then I made available with sub-languages. And I said that we are going to learn SQL following this hierarchy, following this sequence. First, we will study DQL, DRL. That goes with around 3.5 week sessions of our course content. Whatever is the course duration of our SQL Server development, in that 3 to 3.5 weeks, we'll only talk about select command. It is that logical, that depth we have connecting with DQL. And remaining languages are simple. They are just syntax based. We don't have that much, detailed things to know about it. Okay. And today we will learn few important things that are connected with the SQL Server. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Sushovan, you can. But first, be clear on the all implementations, the topics, the content, whatever I cover in it. If you are clear, if you are comfortable in understanding those, then definitely you can even find solutions to even, lead code and hacker rank as well. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Today we will see the very first point that is related with something called features of SQL Server. Now, when I'm saying features, this is not related to, you know, what do you call advanced features. Like I'm not talking about that. These are general features of SQL Server, general, which are available right from first version to the latest version. Topic-wise features we learn whenever that so-and-so topic we start, what they have introduced as something new in working on that at that particular time, I'll explain you. One, it is first feature, GUI based RDBMS. Yes, it is a graphical user interface. How many ways you can communicate with this? Both ways, both ways. One, script based plus second feature is what you call improved performance. Improved performance. Provides high security. Provides high availability. Provides high scalability. And supports, one more important point is XML. What it supports? XML it supports. GUI based RDBMS, script based plus wizard based, improved performance, high security, high availability, high scalability. And something interesting is even you have a support of what? XML part. XML में 3 implementations SQL Server will provide. Three things it provides under XML. 3 things. Data retrieval in XML format, right? And XML document to store into table. And third part that you would find is third part that you would find is we are introduced with one special data type to deal with XML that is called XML data type. All things will cover about XML, all things. Okay, right. This is one point. Second thing I'll highlight now, that is difference between release and version. Yes. Difference between what I said, release and version. Yeah. 2 things you can say. SQL Server release and version. Yes. So this is just an example to make you understand a difference. Any example you can take, but I'm just linking it to like this. For example, in the year 2014, okay, Microsoft has released SQL Server 2014. Example, I'm saying in the year 2014, Microsoft has released SQL Server 2014. And version related to this release, version. Okay. And the version related to this release in which we are talking about examples now, we are going to deal with it. It is actually called 12.0.2000 RTM. Release to market. Yes. RTM. Yeah. What is it called? Yeah. 12. 12 is called. Here I'll write. 12 is called major version. 0 is called minor version. And 2000 is what you call build version. Patch version. Build version or patch version. 2000. And RTM is what? Release to market. First time when SQL Server is introduced, any release, always Microsoft introduces it as RTM only, release to market. And after releasing that software, people will purchase from around the globe. People will purchase from where? Around the globe. For different activities, they may purchase. One person may purchase to use SQL Server for .NET. One person may purchase SQL Server to use for Python. One person may purchase SQL Server software to use it in something called business intelligence. One person may purchase SQL Server to use it for Java. And after purchasing that software, for example, you have installed it. And after that, you're trying to use that with Java program. Okay. And now, after purchasing the software by many people around the globe, and after installation of this software, for example, if that software is not supporting, if it is not supporting for my requirement, if it is not supporting for my requirement, then only one thing we have to do then. You have to inform Microsoft, explain them the reason. You say them that you purchased SQL Server 2014 software and you have installed it. And after installation, you are using SQL Server for doing, .NET application development, but you are getting some issue. SQL Server is not being supported. Then Microsoft will listen to your query, will listen to your process. Then Microsoft will give you that will consider that particular requirement, what you're trying to do. Yes. And they'll give you one token ID, one token number, one token ID, saying that we'll get back to you with whatever the issue you have explained us. We will also work in our R&D department. We'll also test the process. Okay. And now, once they find all the issues from people, then Microsoft starts making changes in the software. Microsoft, what they do, they start making changes in the software. And after making changes in the software, Microsoft will email you saying that so and so problem, what you have explained, yes, that has been fixed. That problem has been resolved. Whatever you said is correct. We found that as a bug in the software. We tried to implement it. We tried to resolve it so that you can make use of this so and so link. From there, you download and attach it. Yes. Then what Microsoft has done is, for example, in 2015, change software Microsoft has introduced. Change software. SQL Server 2014. Yes. SQL Server 2014. With what? SP1. That is called Service Pack 1. SP1 is you read as what? Service Pack 1. Yes. What do you call this? Service Pack 1. What they have done in Service Pack 1? What they have done in Service Pack 1? What they have done? Yeah. What they have done? They have made changes. They have made changes. What changes? Yeah. A new build version you find now. What is it? 12.0.4100 SP1. It means what? What does it mean? It means 4,100 minus 2,000. It means 2,100 changes Microsoft has done from its release to its extension. Yeah. Can you see there? Can you see? 4,100 is build version, latest version with SP1. Released version was 2,000. 4,100 minus 2,000, 2,100 changes they have done in the software. And what always Service Pack contains? Service Pack is always a combination of three things. Hot fixes means whatever issues you said, those things they'll resolve. Obviously, they add some new features as well. Plus, you even have got OS, new OS support. Yes. And here specially, when they released, SQL Server 2014 when they released, 2014 to 2015, 1 year gap in 1 year gap, Microsoft has made SQL Server 2014 frequent changes in it. Frequent. Okay. You have anything to ask me on this? Go ahead, please. If not, I'll go to next part. Any queries you have? Sai?
I think no, sir.
You're clear, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sai. So, Shovan, you can use chat panel in the application, Sushovan. Sushovan, can you hear me? Okay. Right. Now we will discuss. Now we will discuss. What we will study? Life cycle of database implementation. Refer to PNG file. Yes. And what is the life cycle? Already in our regular batch, I have drawn this. The same thing I'll open. File open. 2 p.m. batch. Life cycle of database. You can see. This is how the flow will be. Flow. Life cycle. First comes designing. Then comes development. Then comes production. Designing is architect's job. Developer is development's job. Administrator takes care of production DB. And everyone is responsible to do some sort of tasks on their jobs. Designing job, you see, designing. What is his job? He is the one who is going to plan and who is going to analyze what a client needs in his database. He should understand clearly what client needs. Then you go with, after understanding the client requirements clearly, then you design database. Sometimes I'm saying, sometimes database designing will go months together. Okay, clear now. And whatever the design part you do now in designing, architect when he designs database, compulsory, whatever he has designed, he has to put in the form of document. That is third task, preparing design documents. He should write that today I completed designing of a database in which I have a design for these tables, for these programs, for these views, for this, you have to explain everything. Why to write document? I said no, sometimes designing goes months together. Say, for example, say from past 3 months, one big database is being designed. And you are there in the project, designing part. You are doing designing. Meanwhile, after 1 month, you got some good opportunity. Then what would you do? As simple as that, you'll change your job. Now, interesting thing is, when you change your job, so you're no more available. So one new architect should come now. So when new architect comes, he should know now till where designing was completed by previous architect. For that reason, company will make him to write documents. So by that new architect, what he will do? He will use the document. He will go through the document. He will understand. Oh, that is KT, knowledge transfer of the design part. They will give you the document. They'll say, go through the document. Then you design. That document you have to read, understand. Then from there you continue. And if designing goes perfect, then comes developer's job. Yes. If designing goes perfect, then development work starts. Developers activity, I'm talking about our activities. Our activities. What is it? Implementing database. Then coding, debugging, writing fine-tuned queries. Coding also I only should take care of. Issues also I only should take care of. Queries should be written. Perfect running queries you should write. And database testing also you only should do. These are the responsibilities of developer. And if development goes perfect, then comes production. If development goes perfect, then comes production. Production is who will take care of? Administrator will take care of. What is his job? Yeah, he won't write programs. He won't write queries. He won't debug the things. That is all developer's job. His work is to maintain database. Database maintenance. And administrator is the one who always monitors. Server issues, database issues. And even he should assure that, DBA should assure that never software is down, never server is down. Server is working 24 into 7, 365 days, 24 cross 7. plus 365 days. Always running, always working. Server is never down. No performance issues, no connectivity issues, no security problems. Backup restore process DBA has to do. Okay. These are the responsibilities of whom? Administrator. Architect is involved with some activities. Developer is involved with some activities. Administrator is involved with some activities. Okay, Sai, did you get this, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So show one.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. That is life cycle of what? Database implementation. Yes. Now going forward, something important we study is about editions of SQL Server. Yeah. This also basics, sufficient basics. You don't need, because you're not going to make decision of edition. That is also administrator's job. He will have in-depth knowledge about every edition which Microsoft has introduced for that SQL Server release. He is the one who will guide, who will explain the team who is in need of database, which edition will be suitable for them. One, Enterprise Edition. Yeah, this is one edition. Enterprise Edition. And what is Enterprise Edition? It is a full edition, which is covering all features of SQL Server. Supporting what? All features of SQL Server. If your project is consisting of large scale applications, then you think about this edition. If your project is developing a big application, a large scale application, then you think about Enterprise Edition. There is one more. Evaluation Edition. This is one more edition. First 2 point. This is free edition. Free. 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 And this will be exactly like Enterprise Edition. Oh. Enterprise Edition is paid edition. Paid. When you purchase the software, then you are provided with Enterprise Edition. You'll be provided with license key. Then you can install Enterprise Edition. And what about Evaluation Edition? For Evaluation Edition, you don't need license. You don't need any key. Direct Evaluation Edition can be installed. And I already said you that Evaluation Edition is similar to Enterprise Edition. Then when they are similar to Enterprise Edition, why we are purchasing Enterprise Edition? This is the issue. Evaluation Edition is free, no doubt, but remember, Evaluation Edition will work only for 180 days. After 180 days, Evaluation Edition will expire. Will expire. Hmm. Then you have one more edition that is called Standard Edition. Yeah. Standard, this is the difference. Enterprise Edition is best for, for network environment and for standalone environment. The single system, if you're using SQL Server in a single system, or if you're installing SQL Server in a network environment. Both the ways it is best. Standard edition is best for standalone, but not best for network edition. Standard edition. There is one more edition that is called Work Group Edition, using which you can develop small scale applications. Enterprise edition will be suitable for medium scale applications. Standard, I'm saying. Standard edition is suitable for medium scale applications. Enterprise edition will be suitable for large scale applications. Work group edition will be suitable for small scale applications. Medium scale applications. Yeah. And this one, small scale applications. And there is one more called web edition. When you are developing websites, web applications, then we need this web edition. You can say like this: provides secure, cost effective for public websites and applications. Web applications, websites and web applications. Web edition is suitable for that. And there is one more called sixth one, you call developer edition. This is mostly used. Mostly used edition. For building, testing, and demonstrating SQL Server functionality. So for testing purpose, for development purpose, for building the applications, for anything you want to, demonstrate, then you think about developer edition. And finally, the seventh one is called Express Edition. And first one, it is free. Free edition. Latest SQL Server software also you can download. Express Edition. License not needed. Direct available, direct. Free edition. Free edition. And what Microsoft will do? Microsoft has disabled all latest features of SQL Server from Express Edition. Yes. they disabled it. Because it is free now. Free means they give only basic functionality support. Advanced features, nothing works for you. Nothing. Okay. There is no expiry for this. Free, na? Database size limited, features disabled, latest features are disabled. It is not like evaluation edition, where evaluation edition will expire after 180 days, I said. These are the editions of what? SQL Server. Okay. Yeah. Next, we will see types of servers. Yeah, this goes little detailed part. Tomorrow's class, I'll get back to you on this topic. Types of servers. Okay, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand all these points, what I said?
Yes, sir. I got it.
But I very clearly said you, as a developer, you don't need to study this. But at least remember what is what fundamental. It's more than enough. This editions of SQL Server to be known for administrator. He should have in-depth knowledge of every edition. In every edition, what Microsoft has introduced for its availability with new features, what modified features they introduced, those all things that includes with. That DBA will know. Okay? Chalo, right.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll continue from types of servers. Okay?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Chalo, right. Bye, both of you. See you tomorrow.